another week of Q&A with Coach T. Hope you guys are well. I have a great question again to get straight to it and not keep you waiting. Here we go. I'm a 34-year-old single successful businessman with a loving family and great friends, which I'm thankful for all of them. The crazy part is I think I'm depressed. I'm trying to stay away from prescription drugs and find a way out without them, but it's becoming harder. I'm drinking more often, irritated a lot, and don't go out for fun anymore. I've also stopped exercising. I know this is a broad question, but can you give me some suggestions as to why and how I can change it around, please? Sean. Thank you, Sean, so much for writing in. It's actually a very valid question, and you will be helping a lot of men and women, not just your age, younger and older, who are going through this. A lot of people actually battle depression on a daily basis. Knowing the root of where it's coming from and why this is happening to you is very important. Yes, your question is pretty general. I don't have much detail, hopefully in maybe a coaching session or something. But for now, I'll do the best I can. Women and men go through depression differently. When women go through depression, they go into self-doubt and self-blame, and they speak about their emotions a lot. And men, on the other hand, they don't do that because vulnerability is usually seen as weakness. And so they shut down, they become agitated. As you said, they start drinking, stop exercising. In both cases, it happens. A lot of things can trigger it. It could be a loss of a loved one. It could be a bad breakup in a relationship, loss of a job, very stressful time at work, a lot of pressure from maybe finances. It could be triggered by all these factors. But the most important thing here is that you're trying to numb a pain. You're numbing a pain that you don't want to think about. And when people get depressed, it's because they're concentrating on something that they don't have. They're focusing on the things they did not achieve. It's all about nots and don't haves and all that. So, and it's just about you. So 2 things I can suggest to you is focus on things that you do have. Sit down and write everything that you've achieved in the last year, in the last month, in the last week. I'm sure even during depression, you're getting things done. So do that. Write the things you're getting done to get yourself out of that mind frame, because it would only victimize you. It would only put you in a corner, in a position that I can't be helped. There's no way I can get out of this. You can do that by looking at someone else's problems and contributing for them and doing something outside of yourself for them. When you're doing that, it could be as simple as a phone call or picking up the phone and arranging something for someone. But that itself will give you a lot more hope and a lot more energy that it's not just about these things. People set up some goals for themselves and they want to achieve those in a certain way at a certain time. And if it doesn't happen, they go into self-sabotage. It doesn't mean that goal is not going to happen. It's just the timeline maybe is not right. You can't control everything and put, again, the chain on everything and say, I'm going to control everything. And men don't speak about their emotions as a lot of men have perceived it, or growing up saying you got to be a man. Men don't cry. Men don't talk about girly emotions. And all these things could be built up to talking about your emotions could be a weakness rather than a vulnerability. Difference between weakness and vulnerability is power. Vulnerability is when you put every single emotion of yours on the table. No one can hurt you because you're very honest with it yourself. Vulnerability is speaking your true self, your emotions. You're speaking it out and tell people, like someone you know or someone you love and you're comfortable with. You can tell them, I'm depressed lately, and talk about it. If not that, you can call me, tell me about it, and I will be able to help you more. But these are the things that could help you when you're speaking out of it, and when someone gives you a different perspective. It always does help. A few steps that I would suggest you to do is, if you can't get back onto your exercise routine or anything, get out there, go for walks, look people in the eye. It actually, other people's energies, or you go to a coffee shop, chat with the barista or whatnot, because those little things during the day do add up. Like even if you go to the grocery store, talk to people there, a little talk, like not talking about your emotions or anything else, but just talking and walking around and taking fresh air in and seeing life is around you happening, and do not compare yourself to others. If you see someone's happy on the street and jumping up and down and laughing, it doesn't mean they're always happy, they're always like that. They're just having a good day, and you can take that energy for yourself and help yourself that way. You are a successful person. Look at the things you wrote me. You have an amazing family that you love, you have great friends. So these are the things that you do have, and go and immerse yourself in that instead of thinking of the things you don't have that's getting you depressed. I hope this has been helpful to you so far. You can always write me a little note. I would love to be in touch. And to those of you who are watching, there's more of this on my website at tandartanavoli.com. Sign up for the newsletter and you're going to receive it on a regular basis. And I can't wait to see you guys next week. Until then, keep happy.